So, lads, another day, another one of our top 5 videos. So in this video, we are going to be going over the top 5 cheap Bundesliga players in not in NBA 2K. This is not the DBG channel, in FIFA 21 Ultimate Team. So, in my opinion, the Bundesliga is a pretty decent league when it comes to budget players. It's kind of lacking a really elite budget cam. It's also kind of lacking. It has one elite striker, I feel, for a budget team. He's got another fairly decent one, but I do think it's just kind of one elite one. But there are some very, very good cheap centre backs, a good cheap goalkeeper, very, very good cheap centre midfielder. I just think there is a lot of decent cheap options in the Bundesliga. So that is what we're going to be talking about today, because again, we're going for extreme budget anyway. So we're talking about borderline starter cards. I'm just going to say this right now. Sabitzer is good. He is my number 6 on the list. You can pick him up most of the time for around 3,000. He's definitely not great a striker. I will say it right now. He is not great a striker. I paid quite a bit for him as well. I think he cost me 3,500. But he is very, very solid at centre midfield. However, we are going to start off with a goalkeeper. And this guy is the guy I've had most success with in the Bundesliga. It's Radecki. I've had the most success with him because just in general, I feel like he's a good keeper. 87 reflexes, 85 diving are good. He's 6'4", decent height, not great speed of 40, but got good handling, not great kicking, good positioning, and again, just an overall really just good player in my opinion. Definitely a good player to have in goal. As far as centre backs go, I think there are a few that you can go with. If you want a little bit more expensive, going around the 5k. Actually, what's things? I didn't realize he was 2.5k. I thought he was around more like 5k. So he's an ideal player to put in. He is one that I did not know was that cheap. So putting him in would not be the worst decision in the world. Again, he's got not great speed and acceleration. Honestly, putting an M1Ck Chem style on him would make a huge difference. His jumping's not great. Strength though is elite. Stamina of 60 doesn't really matter for a centre back. It would matter a lot more if he's like a CDM or something, or box-to-box midfielder. It doesn't matter too much for a centre back. But the one that I am really going to be talking about as far as centre backs go, I think is better, is Konate. I think Konate is a monster. 74 pace. I have M1Ck Chem style on him, which gives him quite a bit. Let's just put him in the team chemistries to see what that gives him. It gives him +4 acceleration, +4 sprint speed. Why am I saying M1Ck the shadow chemistry style? Shadow chemistry style. M1Ck is only +2 speed, only double speed. But he also goes way up in his defending. His jumping's pretty decent. He's a 6'4", so he's got long legs, a big body. Strength of 83 is huge. Interceptions goes up quite a bit, and his aggression is okay of 77. He's the one I've had the most success with when I've been going with my cheap Bundesliga teams, and in my opinion is a really solid player. And then we have got a central midfielder. We're going to put 2 of them in to our top 5. So these 2 guys are there. So we've got a goalkeeper. We have got Tolisso, and this is Cam. I do not like any of the Cams in the Bundesliga. I'm going to say that right now. We've got Tolisso, and we've got Lamer. So let's just go formations, show a 4-4-2, just so that they should have full stamina here. So Lamer and Tolisso. The 2 of these guys are insane. They are insane. So for me anyway, Tolisso is one of the best box-to-box midfielders, cheap box-to-box midfielders in the game. I'm going to tell you right now, he's one of the best cheap box-to-box midfielders. He's got +2 acceleration, or he has 72 acceleration sprint speed, which is not ideal, but just look at all those overall stats. Every other stat close to that 80 mark. He's got not great but decent interceptions, got really good aggression of 81. Stamina of 77 is pretty decent as well. And as well as that, 5'11", so he's not too tall to be good at dribbling, and he's also not too small that he's negative in CDM. Also a high defensive work rate, which is big. Lamer is just, he's quick. He's quick. Again, high defensive work rate. The 2 of these guys is 2 holding midfielders. I like Tolisso more as box-to-box, and I don't know why I prefer Lamer as a holding midfielder. Lamer's a better defensive player. Tolisso's got a better shot. but he is so good. All I'm saying is RB Leipzig have some of the most ridiculously good cards in this game. Is it just me, or like you've got Klosterman? Like their centre backs are Konate, Klosterman, and Upamecano. The right back is a monster, the French dude. They've got Wang, who is our next player, rounding out the 5. But Lamer is really, really nice. Again, 5'11", 85 pace, 80 defending, 77 physical. Like, their quality stats. 5'11" again. Only 3-star, but like, at CDM, he's so good. Look at all his acceleration and sprint speed. As well as that, his heading accuracy is poor. But he's got a good stand tackle, a pretty decent slide tackle. Strength is lacking a little bit, I will say that. Strength is definitely lacking. But his passing, 84 short pass, is huge. As well as that, he's got pretty decent jumping. He's my, like, these guys are like my choice for CDMs. If I was running with a 4-2-3-1 kind of setup, I would be running with these two guys if I was using a Bundesliga team. So, last up, actually, before we go up to our last player, it's an obvious one. I'm going to go for a few honorable mentions. I honestly think left midfield, Diaby is definitely an honorable mention. He's just fast, man. He's just fast. He's all left foot, which is a bit of a problem, but he's got super good speed. He's got super good dribbling. The ball's glued to his feet. Great agility and balance. So he is like, as far as his dribbling with the ball, I really don't like playing with players with 2-star weak foot, so that's kind of a problem for him. Right back, this dude's a monster as well. And Mukiele, he's a bit slow, so I would put either Engine or Shadow on him if you can. But again, 90 jumping, 79 strength for a right back is huge. And obviously, as we've gone over earlier, Jerome Boateng is pretty good as another centre back. But the number one guy, the guy that I'm pretty sure all of you guys are expecting to see in the squad, Wang Hee-chan. Unfortunately, I don't have his 1-to-watch card. I'm not sure if I'll get his 1-to-watch card because, I don't know. He's 3-star skills. Again, he's got 4-star weak foot, but how much better is he gonna? How many informs is he gonna get, realistically? But he's got unbelievable speed, 5'10". He wins balls in the air. He's got one of the best right pegs in this game. The power he gets off his right foot is nuts. As well as that, he's got 83 jumping, and the chemistry style I have on him gives him 94 jumping. Not great heading accuracy though, but he's got pretty okay but not great strength. But like, just look at his 91 agility as well, which is huge for a guy's 5'10". He is so nice. He's so nice, and he's 4-star skills away from being one of the just best. I'm not even gonna say best budget strikers. Man, you could argue he's one of the better strikers in the game overall if he just had those 4-star skills. Fortunately, without that, it is a little bit lacking. And if you're looking at the two guys in midfield, kind of two holding midfielders, not really 4-star skills. That's one of the things I've noticed with the German leagues, that there's not a lot of like high quality 4-star players, unless you go like up like an amount. Unless you want to pay a premium on a card, it's tough to get decent skill moves on cheap guys in the Bundesliga, whereas in the BPL, you got strikers, you got Mikel Antonio who's 4-star skills, you got Origi is 4-star, Jota's 4-star, Rafinha's 4-star, 3-star. So like there's just a lot more skill players from what I've seen in the BPL. But the Bundesliga, man, defensively, the cheap Bundesliga team is the way to go. If you can manage to find a way to get a good, cheap defensive Bundesliga team, and you're going to be flying on that end of the pitch. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. These are the top 5 cheap Bundesliga players in my opinion. If you guys are running a Bundesliga team, and you, especially with these guys, if you want 2 holding midfielders, if you want more of an attacking player in midfield, I would probably say, I don't like him, but he's not awful. Wherever there's a cam somewhere. Nkunku, he's not awful. I didn't like him when I used him, but again, he is a good dribbler. Like, he's objectively pretty decent. Finesse shot trait, outside of foot trait. Like, he is not a bad card at all. But Sabitzer, man, this dude's right peg is crazy. Like, the amount of mad goals he scores off his right foot, you give him an inch and he'll score. I just wasn't good enough to get that free inch with him. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. These are top 5 in my opinion. If you're looking for more attacking midfielders, which we don't have, Sabitzer or M1Ck are the way to go. But in my opinion, these guys are the guys you should be getting first. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.